so that we can share the YouTube recording with you afterwards. So just give me one moment. Let me make sure my CTO is recording the Twitter Spaces. Yeah, and first of all, thank you so much for having me on last week. I don't get invited often to be a guest on other people's shows, so it's certainly a nice change of pace to be the one getting interviewed. But today we have you guys on, and Nadik, before we get started talking about CoinStats, can you give us a quick background of yourself, your career path, and how you found yourself working in the crypto industry today?
Sure. Thanks for the question. Yeah, I've been in the tech industry for over 10 years now, since I was 18, 20 years old. Started working as an engineer, then started to set up a team to provide those engineering services. Tried a lot of different startup ideas, probably up to 5 before CoinStats. None of them really worked out really well. Some of them failed, some of them acquired for very small amount. And then it was 2017 May, right before the first big bull market I've seen, end of 2017. I just started investing into some cryptocurrencies. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but the first thing I bought was Ripple. XRP was Ripple back then, and I'm on this exchange. I'm looking, what is this thing called Ethereum? Let's buy it. It's like $40. Okay, let's buy a couple, etc. It was back then when I started buying myself, and then figured out I'm using a calculator every day, 20 times a day, to see how much is my net worth, because the market was so volatile. And I figured there needs to be an app for you to enter what you own, and it shows the total amount in dollars what you have. That's how we came up with the CoinStats idea and started to learn about crypto by working on CoinStats for the first few months. So that's how it all started.
Fantastic. And I would comment there and say that Ripple was one of the first crypto assets that I bought too. I bought some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and then followed by some Ripple. And weirdly enough, it was my best performing token in 2017. But anyway, not to go too far off on a tangent. So, can you tell us a bit about? I mean, you kind of described why you felt the need to build CoinStats, but can you go into a bit more detail about your origin story?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, we figured there needs to be an app to a simple app for you to see your total net worth. We weren't that experienced back then to figure out there are exchanges, wallets, we can connect, etc. So the first version of CoinStats, we coded it in basically a week or two. Was just a simple app using third-party APIs. I think CoinMarketCap was the only API back then, and you were entering the amount of the coins you have. Like, I have 1 Bitcoin, 1 Ethereum, 10 XRP, and it was showing the total amount you have. And because of the fact the app was so simple, and surprisingly it was simple also because we were just starting with crypto, and a lot of other people were starting with crypto back then, they started using it just because it was an app created by newbies in crypto, and by luck it became an app for newbies in crypto. So we from just being a side project, it became a real full-time job in 6 months by organically having those thousands of users just organically downloading CoinStats app and starting using it, retaining, and starting to pay for the features we eventually created to sell some premium packages, etc., etc. And I just wanted to share that initially we have grown mostly because optimizations on App Store keywords and App Store optimizations. And for anyone starting a side hustle, side project, having some app idea, I wanted to let them know that optimizing the keywords for the App Store specifically for iOS is significantly easier, especially for the project, for the new apps. App Store algorithms are created in a way that they encourage new apps to be ranked higher on the store. So it's a great opportunity for anyone with minimal budgets to start promoting their app. And eventually, if their app is something people will download and use them. They have thousands of users for free and great start. Then they can start fundraising, etc.
And not at a high level, in what ways has CoinStats grown since its inception? Like, what are some things that users might find today on the app that didn't exist, when you guys began this journey?
Yeah, sure. By the way, you have a pretty precise pronunciation of my name. I even suppose you have some uh, something in your blood which connects you to Eastern Europe or Middle East. But yeah, it was pretty precise. Regarding the app, yeah, over the last 4 years, the app have changed significantly. So we have changed from just being a simple app you track your total net worth to a platform with a vision which would allow its customers to be the front end of crypto, meaning the one place to manage all your crypto, including DeFi, CeFi, NFTs, and anything else will have a need to be managed on crypto. What I mean under that is that you can connect all your accounts into CoinStats, centralized exchange accounts, DeFi wallets. If you don't have, you can create a CoinStats wallet and access existing features on all the crypto ecosystem, like financial services, like trading, swapping on decentralized exchanges, or other financial services like lending, earning yield on certain cryptocurrencies from just one place. The needs of that have been arisen because of the fact the crypto market have grown in a way that an average investor requires to have so many different accounts to survive in this market. Like, I'm sure you do have multiple exchange accounts, multiple wallets, especially when we have so many layer twos, different chains of Ethereum, etc. So you probably have multiple chains on your MetaMask, etc. So the need of something like CoinStats is the greatest as it used to be, greater than it used to be in the past, because the market just evolved in a way that there are so many different chains and accounts you should have. And you can also, again, track your Ledger wallet, your Bitcoin addresses, anything, anywhere you potentially can keep and trade crypto. And that development of CoinStats didn't happen overnight. Obviously, we came to this vision over the past 4 years of work, and at the same time by fixing daily routine problems on what people need today, and also trying to align that with our long-term vision on becoming one place to manage all your crypto.
I couldn't agree more. Now more than ever, there's a need to have a way to congregate all my different addresses across all my different chains and be able to view my portfolio in one user interface. And CoinStats does that so cleanly. I'd be curious to know what some distinguishing features of CoinStats are, rather some differences and advantages that CoinStats has compared to, let's say, Zapper, CoinTracker, Zerion, DBank, all these other applications that do similar things. But yeah.
Sure, great question and a great list of those competitors. This is the exact list I have on my investor deck, by the way. So great job on bringing them up. So those companies, I split them into two groups. First is mostly CeFi tracker, coin tracker, which tracks your CeFi accounts and also some of the DeFi wallets, etc. But this product is mainly built for tax purposes, and most of their customers are using them for their tax optimizations or creating their tax reports. Meaning it's not a product created with a vision to be used daily. They're doing great job on taxation. They have a lot of customers, and a lot of our users also use CoinTracker for their tax purposes. And we are exploring the idea to come up with the tax features, although it's never been a priority for us, nor a very exciting thing to work on, to be honest. Like being a front end to DeFi is way more exciting for daily work rather than creating some tax tool. But that's the main differentiation between CoinTracker and CoinStats. CoinStats is designed for you to use daily, and also not only track your portfolio, but also be able to make trades on your CoinStats or use decentralized exchanges, decentralized protocols for other financial needs. I'll go into that deeper. Regarding Zapper, Zerion, and DBank, all of them are tools created for DeFi experts, investors who are deep into DeFi and want to easily manage their DeFi portfolios. They don't support centralized exchanges. They don't support any other wallets besides Ethereum and all the other layers of Ethereum, all the other EVM blockchains. So the biggest differentiating factor versus Zappers and Zerion is being able to track so many different accounts just one place. Again, centralized exchanges, hardware wallets like Ledger, including Bitcoin wallet and other different blockchain wallets on CoinStats. And at the same time, not only centralized exchanges, but also other centralized products like Crypto.com, like BlockFi, etc. We were also very famous for tracking Celsius network, but unfortunately, we have what we have now. Anyway, and we are currently working on popularizing not only our tracking features, but also portfolio management features. On CoinStats right now, you can access decentralized exchanges and swap on decentralized exchanges right on CoinStats app. Meaning, for example, on CoinStats, you can see like 10,000, 20,000 big list of different cryptocurrencies. In theory, you can buy most of them on CoinStats using those decentralized exchanges because most of them are traded on decentralized exchanges. You do that by either connecting your third-party wallets like MetaMask or Trust, or creating CoinStats wallet if you don't have one. And at the same time, besides swapping features, we are also offering earning functionality right now. We have handpicked 5 so-called blue chip protocols on Ethereum network for now, in order for our customers to easily earn yield on their crypto in fully non-custodial decentralized way. So we have integrated with mStable, Yearn Finance, Lido protocol, and for example, mStable I think currently offers, if I'm not mistaken, 8% yearly yield on the stable coins. And we have handpicked those protocols to have a great history, great track record, so relatively secure compared to others in the ecosystem. And we are derived with that vision that someday retail, an average crypto investor will use DeFi protocols directly, not through centralized parties like exchanges or companies like Celsius Network. So we are working on new functionality to make it easier to use DeFi protocols through CoinStats rather than the protocol websites themselves, because those protocol teams are creating a great economies for their protocols, great protocols, etc., but they're no way close to creating great user experiences for an average investor to come and start using their protocol. So we are trying to solve that problem as well on CoinStats, and if we solve that, and the same problem, if we solve that, that will potentially solve the biggest problem of DeFi. There are a lot of companies trying to approach that. None of them is getting there yet.
So in order to be able to use these DeFi plugins that you guys have integrated, or even DEX swaps that you say folks can make exchanges with strictly or straight from the CoinStats app, does that mean an individual needs to import their private keys into the CoinStats application, into the wallet function?
No. So for accessing DeFi protocols, CoinStats have integrated. You either connect your third-party DeFi wallet like MetaMask, exactly same way you connect your MetaMask somewhere like Uniswap. So you don't import your private key, you just connect and you submit your final transaction on MetaMask app or browser extension. That's one of the options. But we have also created CoinStats Wallet for bigger audience who don't have and don't use MetaMask. So if they can create CoinStats Wallet, deposit some funds, or buy some funds with credit card on CoinStats Wallet, and then start using those DeFi functionalities from CoinStats Wallet. We are also coming up with a functionality for you to import your MetaMask seed phrase or private key into CoinStats wallet. Obviously, it will keep it securely, etc. It will import and keep locally, encrypt, and all those security standards. So to increase the easiness to onboard with CoinStats wallet. But it's not mandatory to do. You can always connect your third-party wallet. If you want to use MetaMask, you can access those features using the third-party wallet like MetaMask or Trust or any other DeFi wallet anyone is using. So we support pretty much every DeFi wallet out there.
And Nadik, with all that said, what kind of encryption technology does CoinStats use to store data?
I can't go into too many details on encryption technology. I just keep it simple and say we are using all managed products, encryption and security products offered by AWS. So they are highly expensive, and we rely on them for most of our security, like the same way as most of other big companies. To be honest, most of them are relying on AWS for keeping security strings and phrases on their vault and managing that security themselves. So they're using a lot of encryption and security technologies there. Talking about security, we are also doing quarterly audits on our APIs and apps and websites with our security partners to make sure there are no security issues, leaks anywhere, etc. And at the same time, we are potentially planning to do also public security bounties, not only the smart contracts we have, but also overall the Web2 part of our business as well. We will have to take security as the highest priority in the company, because we don't want any of the users' data to be leaked anywhere, which we have seen a lot in the crypto ecosystem. Not even talking about users' funds being lost, which is highly unlikely because we don't manage any of the funds users of our customers. All of our solutions are non-custodial. So your funds stay on your MetaMask, even if you're using CoinStats wallet, it's a non-custodial wallet. So we don't have just one wallet where all the funds sit, etc. At the same time, if you connect your MetaMask or if you connect your Binance, no one would be able to withdraw any funds. So the security mostly relies on your personal data, like your email address. Leaking that to some hackers obviously will be very bad. So we take that as one of the highest priority in a company.
So before we move on, I wanted to circle back to your competitor list. A lot of them, I know that Zerion and Zapper, for example, have web apps as well. I personally use Zapper's web app, and I'm curious to know if CoinStats is also developing a web app,
We do have
or if or more specifically, if you find a reason for it at all.
yeah, we do have a web app for over a year now, or 2 years, and it offers all the potentially same features you can do on a mobile app, and sometimes even more. You can visit that on coinstats.app or just Google CoinStats, and to be honest, for most of the crypto heavy customers, using web app is handier because they are always on their computer trading, doing some DeFi, etc. So although 95% of our active users are using our mobile, but the 5% using our web are the most crypto heavy users of ours.
Oh, that makes sense. And in what ways does CoinStats help users make better decisions after obtaining historical profit and loss data?
Yeah, sure. First of all, if you see what you have done in the past, which potentially was a correct decision or a wrong decision, you can learn from that and potentially adjust your future investments. At the same time, a simple thing is that if you bought a certain coin on Binance and its price have changed and potentially have gone up, you can explicitly see that on CoinStats and see exactly how much you made on that trade, see and figure out how to exit and when to exit, and obviously see the price you bought, etc. None of that is explicitly visible on any of the exchanges or more the wallets we support. So it's not easy to find the price you bought a certain coin on even Binance UI. So on CoinStats, it shows on the first page. That's one simple thing. At the same time, it shows the historical data. If you have premium, it shows the coins you have made the most money with, the coins you have lost the most money with, the total deposits, etc. So it gives you pretty good information on your investments and how much you made, and potentially when to exit a certain position if you are rather to exit. At the same time, you see all of that information at one place. So you have your Binance next to your MetaMask. So if you have a lot of our customers have a specific coin, like you have Ethereum on your Binance, you also have Ethereum on your MetaMask. So getting your average buy price across just two different accounts is even harder. So it also gives that information, what's the average on both MetaMask and Binance, or both Binance and OKX, so you can get into a better decision. At the same time, yeah, if you always keep an eye on your total portfolio, you won't miss out an opportunity. CoinStats automatically sends you notifications when the coins you own, not for all the coins you own, change its price significantly, so you are always on top of the market. And we have developed that algorithm for over last 4 years to be as precise as possible. We don't have exact numbers what means significant change. Our algorithms define depending on the rank of the coin, volume of the coin, and the amounts you own of that coin, if you should get a notification or not, meaning you are not getting too many noisy notifications, and they're trying to make sure you get only the notifications which would be valuable for you, and all of that is being done automatic. You don't have to do even any actions towards that.
So we have talked about, or rather you've mentioned your premium account, your premium subscription several times, and you've mentioned several corresponding features that come along with it. But can you dive a bit deeper into the eye-catching features and the overall value that users will get if they subscribe to the premium CoinStats?
Yeah, sure. The first and almost obvious thing to for you to connect more than I think it's five different accounts to CoinStats, you should subscribe. Meaning, if you are a customer who is not heavy into crypto, who only has like a couple of accounts, they can potentially easily use CoinStats for free for many years without even paying. If you are heavy into crypto, you track more accounts, you need more accounts, you buy premium on CoinStats. At the same time, premium features give you access. At the same time, we also have limits for the number of transactions, by the way. Uh, uh, if you are gone up to a certain number of transactions, again, we ask you to subscribe because it creates a lot of processing power into our infrastructure. At the same time, premium features include portfolio analytics, coin insights. Portfolio analytics are great. It shows a lot of detailed information on your portfolios. I told like the top coins you have made money the most, the top coins you have lost the most, like total deposits and withdrawals to certain exchanges, the number of trades you have made, the most popular trades, etc. It also shows the allocations of your funds across multiple portfolios and how they've changed over time. We also give you ability to export your whole portfolio in CSV if you are subscribed to Premium. Imagine having all your crypto transactions in a single Excel CSV file by just connecting everything to CoinStats and exporting that into a CSV and having all your data, which you can potentially play with and run different calculations on Excel yourself. At the same time, we also offer this coin insight feature, which is pretty exciting, which gives you some data on how this specific coin is popular across CoinStats portfolios. So we have hundreds of thousands different portfolios. We look at that data in an aggregated way and say, let's say, Ethereum dominance in CoinStats portfolio is 30%, and you can check historically how that 30% is changing. For example, we are seeing a lot of increase in Ethereum dominance over the last couple of weeks in CoinStats portfolios because of the merge is going to happen, and it will potentially can be a signal for buying Ethereum. I'm not saying it is, but we have seen a lot of correlations between those charts we are showing on Coin Insights and the price movement of the coins. And I highly encourage your audience to also go look and try to find those correlations on Coin Insights and the price of the coins. We also show where CoinStats users hold certain coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc. We show what percentage of users are buying or selling a certain coin a given day, which also gives some insights whether on the market and some which can potentially lead to some speculation. So those are the main features, and obviously we are coming up with a lot of more features which will be accessible for our existing premium customers, also for new premium customers. I'd like to talk about the strategy we are trying to grow right now, which is we are trying to create a lot of functionalities which would potentially make our users a better investors. So-called some alpha functionalities to be able to get some market insights, including NFT data tracking, etc. This one feature we are coming up. I'll give a sneak peek, which will be available for premium users only, and potentially will cost significantly more than existing premium package, is looking for whole NFT market, checking for the smart wallets. If a certain amount of the smart wallets are buying a certain NFT collection in a short period of time, it sends out notification that you should look at this collection as a potential investment opportunity. We are doing a lot of internal tests for that right now, and almost 80% of collections we have got notifications for. Price have gone up by 100% after the notification in next 24 hours. So all those new features will be available for free for existing premium features. But whenever we release those features, we potentially will increase the price of the premium because we value them more. They give you opportunity to make better investment decisions. Hey, the smart wallets are buying this coin, you don't want to miss out, or the smart wallets are buying this NFT collection, you don't want to miss out, and potentially worth more. That smart NFT alert thing alone could potentially cost a few $100s per month, we think. And we might price it like that when we release it in a month, but at the same time, we will potentially have it available for existing premium users who have helped and supported us over in the past to have that feature under their existing premium package, not upselling them to new features, new functionality.
Wow. So you guys are essentially going to have two premium tiers, or do you think you're just going to congregate it all into the existing premium tier? And also,
yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we'll have two premium packages, but existing premium customers most likely it's a decision we'll have to make, I think, next week. But most likely, existing premiums will upgrade to new premium, which will cost significantly more. And by significantly more, I'm referring to a few hundreds a month. But we are releasing that as soon as we have those features and functionalities to help you invest better, for them to obviously cost a few hundreds a month.
Got it. And audience members, Nadik and Nina, have been incredibly kind to give our community a promotional code for 3 months of free CoinStats Premium. The code is WeLoveWCT. That's WeLoveWCT. And I would encourage you all to go and try their premium features. As Nadik has just explained, there's a lot of value to be gained. And again, you can try it for free 3 months. Nadik, after those 3 months, how much is the subscription cost?
After the 3 months, the subscription will cost $11 a month.
Understood. So moving on, actually, and before we move on, Nadik, is there anything about the premium service that you weren't able to touch upon that you want to share with us?
Let me see if I missed something. But again, the biggest value right now, the biggest reason people subscribe to premium right now is being able to track more than 5 or 6 different accounts. And 5 or 6 could seem a lot, but but again, if you connect your MetaMask with multiple chains, that 2-3 accounts alone, and then you connect your Binance, your Coinbase, your Ledger, etc. So that gives enough value to be able to see your total worth. And most of our users who have connected all their accounts, they open CoinStats app in average 6 to 7 times a day. I'm referring to user segment who have connected more than 5 accounts and using our premium services. So it's gonna be your go-to app to quickly check how your investments are doing every second of the day. And obviously we are working to make the optimizations on the speed, etc., which is highly important to not waste a lot of time waiting for it to refresh, etc., etc. At the same time, On CoinStats, you don't only track coins, you also track your NFT collections you own, their prices, and you can potentially, we are coming up with a lot of NFT features. As I told, we are moving towards that direction because we consider NFTs as a big part now, and not now potentially because they're not connected to DeFi significantly, but in the future, NFTs and DeFi will be going to be tightly connected. So we consider NFTs as a strategic vision for CoinStats as well to move towards, because the market going to be significantly bigger than it is now. We all know, as soon as there are a lot of projects which will release with real utility NFTs, and people, the NFT volumes will go up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And actually, a question popped up in my head, Nadiga, if you don't mind. I'm curious. Well, actually, let me ask this one first. Tell us briefly about your referral system, and then I can circle back to that.
Yeah, sure. So our referral system is tied up to this thing called CoinStats Rewards. So CoinStats Rewards is a place where you earn CoinStats in-app coin called Spark for doing certain actions in CoinStats app. Obviously, you earn a lot of coins by referring your friends into CoinStats. You can earn coins by also connecting your wallets, exchanges. You earn coins by depositing to CoinStats wallet or swapping on CoinStats, etc., etc. And you can spend those coins by buying rewards on CoinStats Rewards. We are working on releasing a lot of rewards there. We currently have these CoinStats NFT collections as a reward, which also gives you a chance to also win a lifetime premium. If you mint an asset on that NFT collection, with a certain chance you can mint a certain class of legendary asset, which will give you a lifetime premium on CoinStats, which potentially costs a few $100s for lifetime. At the same time, we are coming up with those new rewards, which will potentially be released in the coming couple of weeks. Things like simple things like promo code for other crypto companies, $50 to $100 worth of promo codes, and we are coming up with this exciting reward we all are very excited about, which will allow you to get this kind of a loot box using the Spark coins. And on the loot box, you can find real cryptocurrencies. Like you'll have an opportunity to win a real cryptocurrencies inside CoinStats app by just using CoinStats features, earning those sparks, and then opening that loot box with those sparks and winning a random coin. That could be random, it's Ethereum, and unluckily that also could be random Shiba Inu, which one costs almost nothing, you know.
Yeah, that's really cool. So there are plans to eventually launch your own NFT line.
We currently have a couple of own NFT collections. We have this CoinStats Galaxy collection, which is a galaxy of all the we call it a galaxy of the CoinStats and all the exchanges and wallets it connects to. And again, 1% of the legendary items in that collection gives you lifetime CoinStats Premium access, and we are creating some more utility inside CoinStats for the rest of the collection item asset owners. And we also have this CoinStats Punks collection, which we have created for CoinStats employees. It's only 49 supply, and we are creating very big utility for that collection right now, because its supply is only 49. It's just the first 49 employees of CoinStats, and it will potentially worth something if CoinStats gets bigger over time. And again, we are planning to release a couple of more collections over time, tightly tied to CoinStats ecosystem and how our customers use CoinStats. So all of them obviously gonna have some utility inside the app, potentially zero swap fees, potentially better features, potentially access to certain features if you hold a certain collection, etc., etc.
So, Nadik, are there any other important plans for CoinStats both this year and going into 2023?
Yeah, sure. We are working on a lot of important features this year and for also the next year. As I told, one feature category we are highly focused on is we gave it a work name of CoinStats Alpha, but it's a set of features which allow our users to become better investors, give some insights using blockchain data, using NFT data, and NFT marketplace data. And we are also at the same time implementing so-called blockchain wallet labeling, at the same time CoinStats wallet labeling to understand how the big crypto and NFT investors are operating and using that, give that data to CoinStats users so they can potentially become better investors. And at the same time, we are expanding our DeFi functionality. We are making our swap functionality significantly easier to use. We are also planning to integrate cross-chain swap, meaning you can easily bridge one coin in one chain to another coin in another chain with a couple of clicks using CoinStats, which is again highly important, a highly handy tool for any crypto investors, because we know how many chains there are. We know how much pain it is to be able to figure out how to get a certain coin in a certain chain. And you have to deal with centralized exchanges, if they support withdrawal to a certain chain, etc., etc. And we're planning to do that in a way that it's very easy and understandable to use for a new crypto investor who only used centralized crypto platforms. Because yeah, there are some solutions available for bridging, etc., but you have to spend a lot of time to figure out how things work there and understand how things work there. Obviously, that also requires a lot of educational content we are releasing at the same time to make sure we help our users to spend less time and make the best decisions on investment, and do that with a couple of clicks. Yeah, at the same time, obviously, we have a lot of NFT discovery features coming up to be able to get precise data on NFT collections, etc. Because again, we have a understanding, and I think we all do have, that NFT market has a huge potential of growth of hundreds and X's in the future. I'm talking volume, I'm talking prices, etc., etc.
So, before I get to some audience questions here, is there anything about CoinStats that I didn't ask that you're excited to share with our community?
Let me think. It's a great question. So one thing I would like to tell is that we have a great support. For example, that's a big differentiator between us and other DeFi products you might be using. And if you're having a trouble, always feel free to reach our support. They'll always be happy to help and understandable. At the same time, you can join our Discord. We would like to talk to you there, get your feedback, and build on top of the feedback, because we have grown so far by building the functionalities and features our users ask, and we just deliver them. At the same time, we are coming up in a week potentially, and even 5% of users even got that app update to make our DeFi tracking significantly better and potentially the best in the market. So if you're using a lot of DeFi protocols and need some platform to track them next to your centralized exchanges, you would potentially want to check CoinStats in a week or something like that. Just make sure you have the latest version of the app. So the DeFi update we are all excited about, because that will make CoinStats an ultimate place to track all your accounts into one place. You have mentioned Zerion and Zapper. As of today, they track DeFi better than CoinStats, but we are especially excited for that release because that gap will be removed after that release, because DeFi tracking will be also top notch on CoinStats as well. So that's probably it.
So, one question that popped into my head when you were talking about the ability to congregate all your wallet addresses and even your centralized exchange accounts into one spot into CoinStats is anonymity. And for me personally, anonymity is very important. I don't particularly want um, a third party to know that my wallets are associated with my identity. And I'm curious to know. I didn't go and I didn't read CoinStats' uh, data, how much data CoinStats gathers, but I'm curious to know, whether or not CoinStats stores that information when I do input my wallet information or my wallet
Uh,
addresses into your app.
yeah, sure. That's a great question. Yeah, we will have to store your wallet address when you import that into CoinStats. But at the same time, you don't have to enter your email address to sign up on CoinStats. You can even use all the functionality on CoinStats on the app or the website without signing up with your email address. Meaning your wallets will still kept on our databases. As I talked, highly secure, audited, etc. We are taking security as a high priority, etc. As you mentioned, that's a lot of data that could be interesting for hackers. But you can use CoinStats without your identity, without your real email address, without even inputting your email address. Meaning the wallets will be kept on a database the same way they are kept somewhere like Etherscan, obviously. So no ties to your identity. The one big reason you might want to sign up to CoinStats with either your real email address or your Twitter account is that you can sync all your devices and use CoinStats on web or mobile. But again, you might want to use not a real email address or something else. At the same time, we are coming up with this login with MetaMask or login with wallet feature, so that could potentially solve that problem. But over the years, we never had this. Over the years, we kept this sensitive data in our databases, never had any security issue because of the fact it's highly important, and we understand the sensitivity of the data. We understand how important to keep them secure. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is that we keep your identity data a bit separate from your portfolio data. Even if you decide to connect your identity, meaning real email address, real, I don't know, Gmail account to CoinStats, if in an unlikely scenario someone leaks the email addresses, they would be having hard time to connect that to your portfolios. That connection is also encrypted. So yeah, it's very unlikely scenario that would happen anytime. And again, we are always doing the audits, updating the security if there is a need, and yeah. But still, if you care about your identity, personal identity, etc., I encourage you to use CoinStats without even signing up. We offer all the features. You can even subscribe to Premium without entering your personal information.
Got it. So even if one doesn't use their email, they can still rather link all their wallets and not worry about those wallets being associated with their identifiers or their personal information in your database.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't enter email address, there is no other personal identification we currently use except your email address or the authorization method you have used. So you're gonna be fine. Just make sure you to pay for premium with crypto, not credit card, because credit card information, although the credit card information is kept in a third party, we use Stripe, etc. So for one to make that identification, they also would need to hack Stripe. But in theory, there is a connection. So yeah, you can always use crypto to subscribe to premium CoinStats as well.
Awesome. Well, last question for me. Tell us a bit about your team background and where you guys are based.
Sure. Most of our team is based out of Armenia. Not sure how many of you have heard of the country, etc. It's Eastern Europe, in the middle of Europe and Asia. Small country, a lot of tech going on, a lot of startups going on, and potentially one of the biggest factors of economic growth is technology and startups. We have a lot of engineers there, etc. And we are from here originally, so we hired most of the team here. Team backgrounds depend on a position. We have around 22 engineers. Most of them have worked on different backgrounds on their engineering positions. We have people in marketing with appropriate positions. One issue in crypto startups are having, unfortunately, which potentially poses the overall ecosystem growth, is to be able to hire people with crypto backgrounds. Because if someone is heavy into crypto and is good enough in crypto, they aren't probably looking for a 9-to-5 job or a full-time job, right? So that creates a lot of problems for crypto companies to hire not only a professional marketer, but professional marketer who is deep into crypto as well. They either don't need a full-time job or highly expensive, meaning hiring process in crypto is significantly harder than any other industry, I would say. But still, we have these internal training programs for all our employees. Even if they are not into crypto, they get into crypto in a matter of weeks. We have these internal learning materials created internally by rest of our team to be able to get into details better. And at the same time, we are hiring remotely from all over the world for a lot of positions, starting from engineering, most importantly, some marketing positions. We are interested to get remote employees on PR positions, etc. So if you are looking to work into crypto company and interested to create something, work on something which can have potential 10 or 100 axis of growth, I highly encourage anyone to find a careers link on our website and apply to positions. So yeah, that's probably it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Nadik, and audience members. Like he said, if you are interested in a career path with CoinStats, they are hiring. So definitely have a look at that. Let's go with our first audience member that has their hand up, Aisha.
Thank you, Noah. So, I've read in the article section that users will be able to share their portfolio with others. I was wondering, will expert traders or professionals be able to set a subscription fee for users to have access to their portfolio for earning profits and making right investments?
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's always been hanging around in the air for us for last couple of years. We are highly considering that right now. But first, we need to make that portfolio sharing functionality significantly better. We have a lot of updates going on there, and then we will potentially think about giving ability to influencers to sell subscriptions to their portfolios for their followers to see their portfolio. Again, great idea. we are exploring the market and feasibility for that right now, and could potentially happen. And I can't name any known big company everyone is using for that. So it would be pretty big if implemented correctly. So thanks for that question.
Unders- Understood. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Aisha. Next up is Captain Levi.
Yeah, thanks, Noah. Okay, so my first question, I actually heard you and Noah converse earlier about the profit and analysis, and I saw the three tiers of the payments of the payment system. Sorry, rather two tiers. One is the free, one is the pro, and one is the premium. I wanted asking, is there the profit and loss analysis and in-depth analytics? Is it the same on the pro and premium plan, or is it that more
Uh,
detail is added in the premium analysis?
it's the same right now, but we will potentially remove the proper plan and have premium only. And by potentially, I mean probably next couple of days. And yeah, the one biggest difference between pro premium again is number of connected portfolios and portfolios you can track. If you want to track more than 10 portfolios as of today, you'll have to get a premium. But Prof package is potentially going to be removed, and users who have had Pro in the past will automatically upgrade it to Premium.
Okay, I get it. My final question is that I saw that I was on your website and I looked at the frequency of the refresh rate on the price notification. I wanted asking, are you guys piggybacking from another price alert update software, or is it developed by the CoinStats team?
It's developed by CoinStats team, but we also use about 10 third parties to double check the prices. Price to calculate the prices for top coins like we which have a lot of liquidity like Bitcoin, Binance Coin, Ethereum is pretty easy. We are connected to over 200 exchange APIs and calculate ourselves. The problem of prices come up when you want a price for a smaller coins, which potentially trade on some decentralized exchanges or exchanges with low liquidity, low volume. So for those smaller coins with low volume, we also calculate ourselves, but we also get the price data from multiple different sources, compare, and from that comparison, the algorithm figures out what price to show to the user, because there can be a lot of differences. Even if you look at the CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, on smaller coins, the prices could differ significantly because of the ways they calculate, because of the exchanges they ignore or consider as verified, etc., etc. So that algorithm becomes complicated significantly for smaller coins. For bigger coins, the problem that a lot of companies, us and others, are having is that we have to trust a lot of different exchanges for the price data. And sometimes some of the exchanges break. Either their APIs break, they send the wrong volume or wrong price, etc. So we'll have to come up with these checking filters for the exchange data to ignore certain exchanges or certain pricing pairs to make sure the price is precise again and matches the real global average price.
Understood. Thank you very much for answering my questions. I'm wishing you the best. Over to you, Noah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Levi. A last question of the AMA. Actually, we have a couple more hands up, but let's go with Venice for now.
Okay, thank you, Noah. Actually, I have a question regarding location of the people that are using your platform. And as we all know, there are certain exchanges or platforms that don't work in some regions of the world. For example, if someone has created a portfolio for their crypto.com account, and if they move to a location where crypto.com does not work, so will this portfolio stop working on the CoinStats also, or it will keep on working no matter if someone is in the region where crypto.com does not work?
Yeah, great question. It will continue working on CoinStats because we access those product APIs from our server infrastructure. So it's highly independent on your location. So it will continue working. And that's a great use case you figured out because, again, if uh, I'm using Binance, but I was in US, I couldn't open Binance because if I open Binance app in US, I would potentially get blocked by Binance and asked to withdraw my funds, etc. So I used CoinStats to check my Binance account and balances and potentially make some trades on Binance while I was in US. So that's a great use case you brought up there. Thanks for that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Noah, for allowing me to ask a question, and thanks for answering it.
Thank you too.
Yep. Thank you, Dennis. And Nadik, I want to be cognizant of your time. And I know that you're a busy man, and I don't want to keep you on longer than I need to. But before we send you off, is there anything at all that you want to leave our community with?
Yeah, thanks again. Thanks for listening. Thanks for having me in your Twitter spaces. It was a great pleasure to be here. I would again highly encourage anyone to go to CoinStats, connect their accounts, not specifically upgrade to premium. Maybe use it for a couple of days, see if you like it, see if you are able to use it every day. And if you are not, uh, you can potentially, I would encourage everyone to send a feedback on what you'd change on CoinStats, on what you would like it to have, etc., etc. Again, we always listen to our customers and user base and come up with the features you want to use. So yeah, go ahead, use it for free, connect your accounts, and yeah, you'll certainly feel the value right away if you connect more than 3 accounts. Again, if you connect your Binance, MetaMask, and other exchange or wallet you use and start looking at them in one place, you'll get the value of that right away. At the same time, I would encourage you to start potentially using the swap feature on CoinStats and send us some feedback on how it works because it's kind of a new feature for us and we are specifically looking for feedback on swapping as well through either CoinStats wallet or your third-party MetaMask wallet, etc., etc. So again, thanks for having me. It was a great pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nadik from the CoinStats team. My name is Noah from Whale Coin Talk. Remember that every Twitter Spaces we have, we give away 100 BUSD. I picked 2 lucky winners today at random. The first one is Black Adams, and the second one is Mr. Adams. I promise they're not associated. Their profiles are completely different. I'm looking at them now, but they just both happen to have the name Adam in them. So thank you again for joining us, everyone. It's been a great AMA. We learned a lot about CoinStats. I'm going to be using that promo code. Remember, the promo code that they offered us gives you 3 months of premium CoinStats and all the great benefits that Nadik described throughout the course of the AMA. The code for that is We Love WCT. So it's We Love WCT, Whale Coin Talk. So go ahead and use that. I'm going to close out the AMA. We have another one coming up with our main man, Glenn. So stay tuned for that. Again, my name is Noah, signing out. Take care.